Good evening, and thank you for allowing us your time to listen to our proposal of the renovation of the Old Mill Park. I'm Bobbi Barnes, and this is Olivia Furne, and we want to thank the Village Board of Arnold for allowing us to present to you.
We will start with the problem. The problem with the Old Mill Park is that through the years it has been left unattended and poorly maintained. What was once a beautiful flourishing park is now filled with weeds and left to rot away. Our proposal is to renovate the Old Mill Park to make it new again. We will do this by fixing up the baseball diamond, horseshoe pit, sand volleyball pit, tennis court, and the old snack shack. And we would also like to put in some new attractions as well, such as a soccer field. There's plenty of space for a soccer field and even a field that is perfect for it. We would like to make it a permanent activity for kids to enjoy. With doing that, we would also like to fix up the snack shack. This would require some new maintenance and also to provide goods as a full-time business, such as selling ice cream. We used to have a wonderful ice cream machine downtown, and people loved going there and using it. But now that it is gone, we would like to bring it back, and we think that the people would enjoy it thoroughly.
These are just a few pictures of what we're dealing with at the Old Mill Park and why we are so into renovating it. This is the old concession stand, which is now no longer used at all. We would like to repaint it and make it look more user-friendly. We don't want people to be afraid to go and get food there when it doesn't look safe and clean. This is the tennis court. As you can see, the nets are falling apart and does not make playing tennis very easily. And this is our final picture of the sand volleyball pit, one of our biggest attractions that is no longer used at all. There is absolutely nothing there. As you can see, the weeds and sandburrs have totally covered the sand that you can barely see. There's no net, and we would like to bring that back for the community. Benefits. What are some benefits for the renovation of the Old Mill Park? First is festivals. Arnold has festivals such as the Fall Festival and 4th of July, where the community gets together and does some fun games. We have mini golf and things for younger ages. But one benefit of the Old Mill Park is that it provides to all ages. And during these festivals, we would like to create tournaments where we would get certain age groups together and playing games and having fun together, which would bring this use of the Old Mill Park more useful. And another one is community get-togethers. It could be just birthday parties where people want a safe area to go that is big and everyone can play games and you don't have to find other activities to do. And it provides, like I said, it provides activities for all ages, and it's a large, safe area. We have horseshoes, which is usually a thing that older people enjoy more than younger. And we have sand volleyball, which might be for younger kids because of the sand. We don't want any injuries. And the concession food is also a benefit because of bringing in the food and allowing people just to go there and have a fun snack while they're playing and having fun.
With our alternatives and stages, we started with the tennis court, which needs the least work done to it. The tennis court has a net and it has the concrete there, but as you saw, the net is very run down and it's not properly maintained. There are no lines visible on there, so we would take the time to clean that up, buy new nets, and also paint on new lines. Our second stage was the baseball diamond. This is also another area that doesn't need as much work, but we would like to put in some new sand for the baseball diamond, as the sand is old and it hasn't been maintained very well. We'd also put in some bases and get the equipment that is needed for the baseball diamond. Our third stage is the sand volleyball pit. This stage is the one that needs the most work to it. As you saw in the picture, the sand volleyball pit is pretty much no longer visible. We would bring in some new sand. We'd have to measure off the area to make it proper for volleyball. We'd also have to buy volleyballs, buy the net, and put in time and a lot of work in getting the weeds. We'd have to spray for weeds and do all the work that it would need to be put into the sand volleyball pit. Our next is the horseshoe pit. This is the area that probably doesn't need very much work at all. It gets used every Saturday, so we would help with bringing in new horseshoes and new poles, and that just sprayed as for weeds as well. Our next is the concession stand. This is an area that will need painted and probably some new roofing put on it so it doesn't leak when it rains, and we'd have to buy some equipment if we wanted an ice cream machine in there as well. Our last is the soccer field. This is a place that there's a field already there, and during the summer kids go out there and play soccer, but we would like to make it a permanent attraction, putting in permanent soccer goals and allowing the kids to go there and enjoy it without having to bring all the stuff for soccer.
Yes, and Olivia pretty much covered all the things that we will be getting, but this is our official budget, and I'll give you the specifics as well. Tennis court equipment, such as rackets, balls, and we will also be getting the nets, and painting new lines so the game is more useful and you know your boundaries. Baseball field equipment, which involves like bats, baseballs, umpire equipment, and for safety reasons, we want to include helmets and gloves as well. We also would provide bases to make the game more fun and realistic. Next is the concession stand, which is something that we're really looking forward to. We would need to have money for, like Olivia said, paint and re-roofing so it's safe and user-friendly. We would also need to buy ice cream machine if we do pursue that idea. Weed spray. We would need enough spray to cover the entire park because it is so run down and weeds and sandburs are just everywhere. The sand volleyball pit. This, we would need a volleyball net and a volleyball, and we would also be buying new sand. We were talking to a local person in Arnold that has sand that would be willing to give to us and maybe even discount it for us because they are also willing to give back to our community. So we would also be helping locally. The horseshoe pit. This, like Olivia said, is used every Saturday, so it does not need enough or very much redone there. We would just give back to them with new horseshoes and poles. And soccer field. There is an area that is used often. They have older goals that they bring out, but we would like to put in permanent goals that people can go and not have to set anything up, along with a soccer ball as well. And hydration, or hydrating for the players. This, we would like to have water available at the concession stand where kids, adults can come and get a plastic cup and just get a drink so we don't have to worry about any health problems or anything. During festivals, we could also include water at each station or game so nothing goes wrong and they don't have to leave the fun. Also, advertising. We would like to provide information in the Arnold Sentinel, and we also made posters that we could hand out and let the community know what we're doing and when we're having tournaments. The total of our budget came to about $2,869.98. It seems like a large budget, but it really will be beneficial for our community. And Olivia and I have discussed many funding possibilities as well.
For the funding possibilities, we saw that we found the Walmart community grants. As it says, Walmart believes in giving back locally, which is what we are trying to do. We're trying to give back to the community by renovating and making the Old Mill Park look new again. We find that Walmart would find this very beneficial to our community and to them, as they would be giving back, and they're giving back locally. We found the Keep Loop Basin Beautiful. They promote beautification in central and north central Nebraska. This is also another aspect that we are doing in our community. We're beautifying the Old Mill Park to make it an attraction that not only our community would come, but other communities as well, as they would see that it is being used and it's an attraction that many small towns don't have. Another is we would talk to the Rotary Club for help. Rotary donates their time and their money in many possible ways in the community as possible. They love to come and help with any community service, which is many things that we would need. We need help with renovating the whole park in a whole. We'd also have the townspeople's donations. Our town is very willing to give back and to help us in any way possible. And the last one is our senior class memorial. This is where our senior class just pools our memorial money together, and they would help us fund for the Old Mill Park.
We included 2 surveys. Olivia and I both created one that involved students, teachers, family, and friends. And we asked just basic questions like, would you be interested in getting together a sand volleyball team? And we got many great results. And this was the one that she did. And these are the questions I also did. But we pulled together one of the graphs. And this was the one that Olivia did. And it said, would you like to see the Old Mill Park come back to life again? And we got amazing results. 100% responded yes. So that was very uplifting for us and made us really realize how big of an impact this would have on the community. This one was the one I did. It said, if there were a concession stand, what kind of food would you like to have there? I listed just basic things like ice cream cones, smoothies, snow cones, popsicles. And we had the biggest turnout on ice cream cones, which is a great idea since we were planning on, or had a goal to have like an ice cream stand or something that people can come to, such as the Cody Park in North Platte, Nebraska. They have an amazing park there with a concession stand that everybody knows about their amazing ice cream and snacks that they have. And we would just like to provide something like that in our community as well. This is the works cited that Olivia and I created with all the information we got, such as the survey I gave and the survey she gave, and just the information we had to look up on the internet for doing our budget. Is there any questions?
Thank you for allowing us your time to present to you. We hope you found this information and very beneficial to you, and thank you very much.
Thank you.